Hey guys, Chad here again with Big Rig Truck Sales. I've gotten in 8 trucks that are really nice, clean. All of them have APUs, and I wanted to show you what they are. So these trucks come from a small, well-maintained fleet here in Salt Lake, and these guys take really good care of their equipment. I've got about 8 of these, anywhere from 2020 to 2022. Miles are anywhere from 358,000 to 505,000 on the 2020. They all have super low hours because they all have APU units. And so when you have APU units and you don't have to idle the trucks, we all know that that makes everything about the trucks last longer. So as you can see, they all have APU units, they all have boxes, they all have disc brakes, they all have lane assist, and they also have adaptive cruise. So these are pretty loaded spec. They all have fridges, they all have power inverters, they all have microwaves, and they're extremely clean. Let's check them out. So the drivers of these trucks get bonused if they keep the fuel economy high, and so that means that they don't idle the engines in the trucks, they idle the APUs, which keeps tons of idle time off these trucks. Like this particular truck here, it's got 447 miles. It only has 8,600 hours on it. This particular truck also got the warranty extended, so it's got factory EW4 extended warranty to 650,000 miles. As you can see, these are super clean trucks. We've got a fridge here, we've got the microwave. This one is a double bunk, a couple of them are single bunks. We've got tons of storage, and just overall, an excellent truck for you to jump in and go start making money. Most of these trucks have been averaging close to 8 miles per gallon, so you're gonna save a ton of money in fuel. If you're in the market for a nice clean truck, guys, that's been well taken care of, that gets good fuel economy, that's gonna make you a lot of money, that's what these trucks do. That's why I bought them, that's why I jumped all over them. They're hard to find. We all know how hard it is to find something this nice. Half of them have warranty left on them from the factory. If they don't, I can always add warranty to them. These finance really well. I'm asking less money on these than most of the trucks in the market, so they're priced to sell, they're priced to make you guys money. Contact me, www.bigrigtrucksales.net, and if you haven't already, don't forget to click subscribe below. These trucks are spec'd just like the Walmart trucks. They're a DD15 400, 1750 torque, DT12 automatic. They have APUs. Almost everything like on these trucks are spec'd identical to a Walmart truck. They're just not white. So you're gonna get good pulling power because they're 1750 torque. Now, a lot of guys keep calling me, I want a 505, I want a 505, I want a 505. I think you're mistaken on what you really want. So a 505 is gonna feel faster, like from 0 to 60. Like if it was a car, like a 505 is gonna go from red light to red light faster. You know, it's gonna get there quicker. But 1750 torque is gonna pull the hill stronger. So if you're looking for something to pull the hill stronger, that's what these do. So the higher torque, less horsepower rating gives you better pulling power and better fuel economy. But also, if you want to think about it, 505 horsepower, 1650 torque, that's what they are. They're 1650 torque, not 1750. So 505 horsepower plus 1650, that's 2155. The 1750 400 horsepower is 2150. So power, they're identical. That sounds a little odd to some people, but power's power, and that's why they've labeled it that. So it's technically the same power as the 505. It's just the way that it lays the power down is more on pulling hills than it is, or really just pulling power than it is trying to get there quicker. So, you know, the 505 is going to have a little bit more giddy up off the line, but the 1750 torque is going to just pull. So if you're in the market for a truck and you're thinking you have to have 505, there's a reason why Freightliner has designed these trucks the way they have. There's a reason why they're labeled what they are and all that stuff. And realistically, if you took a 400 horsepower engine and a 500 horsepower engine and you dynoed them side by side, they're not going to dyno 100 horsepower different from each other on the dyno. They're literally probably going to be, I don't know, 50, 60 horsepower difference between the two on the dyno. And I've seen 400 horsepower trucks dyno 400 horsepower, and I've seen 500 horsepower trucks dyno 400 horsepower. So don't get caught up in what the horsepower and torque ratings are, other than they're literally pushing the same amount of power. It's just labeled that way. It gets to the ground a tad bit different. Also, typically the 400 horsepower trucks can be less expensive to insure. And so that's really why Freightliner created these, or that horsepower spec rating, is so that when fleets go to license their trucks and register them and all that stuff, the insurance is cheaper, and technically the warranties are cheaper too on the 400 horsepower rating. So it's really just a benefit to the purchaser to have it labeled as a 400 1750 instead of a 505 1650. But your capabilities of actually being able to pull a load are no different. So hopefully that clears a little bit up. And hopefully you guys like these trucks, because I tell you what, I don't think they're going to last long. Hit me up if you're looking for one. You've got my website, and don't forget to click subscribe below.